Okay, in this video we are going to look at creating our title page to activity 1.2.3 in Project Lead the Way, Introduction to Engineering Design. In activity 1.2.3 we are now going to take the top-down model of 6 components. These components are construction blocks that we've drawn to size to scale from the reference toys in the class, and we are now going to create a packet of drawings that will serve as your submission. At the end of this, you'll have a series of PDFs. It's going to be one PDF file with 7 pages, and we're going to work on that title page. That first drawing is a page that has just an isometric view of each of these blocks, but we're going to place them separately, and this video is going to show you how to do that. So the 2 things you need to do in advance of creating your first drawing is making sure that firstly you have a title block that I've provided to you saved within your menu, within your cloud in Fusion. I can see that over here on the left in my menu. This is Zionsville Community High School title block for IED. That is saved and I'm good to go. The second thing you need to do, and I'm going to go ahead and close my menu now. The second thing you need are your 6 components, which are all listed here as individual components. They all have physical properties or physical materials and the appearance adjusted on them to where we've got them in color now. You need to have all 6 done before you work on this first drawing. Now, since I have that, I am ready to create my first drawing. And the way I'm going to do that is I'm going to move over to my browser and right-click on the parent level, this file here, construction block models, 6 of them. I'm going to go down to create drawing. I'm going to go ahead and select that. It's going to open up a dialog box here on the right-hand side, and I'm not going to have to change much. You'll see that I'm going to use the full assembly in terms of my contents. I'm creating a new drawing. What you do need to adjust, however, is going to be this template. It says from scratch, and I'm going to change that. I'm going to go ahead and hit the drop-down menu there, and I'm going to move over to find one of the title blocks that you've saved in your cloud. Now mine pops up here, Zionsville Community High School IED title block, so I'm good to go. I can select that and I'm good. If that isn't in this menu, you may need to browse for it by clicking browse, and you'll be looking through your menu here and you will find where you saved your title block and you'll access it. Once that template is accurate, you can go ahead and hit OK. And it is going to open up a new file now, which is not saved yet. We'll need to save this. But firstly, let's go ahead and place our first view, because as soon as you open it up, it's ready to place a base view. And I'm going to do that randomly, just somewhere down at the bottom of the page. I'm going to go ahead and left click and place the view that was being brought over from our model. Before I hit OK here in the dialog box, I'm going to change one thing in particular. I'm going to adjust this to where the scale is 1:1, and you'll see that the base view now is going to get much larger, but that's okay, because we're going to do one of these components at a time. We'll hit OK once we've changed that scale to 1:1. And now you'll see that I've got all 6 of my components shown here. But I don't want to all 6 at the same time. I want to do one at a time. So I'm going to uncheck triangle 2, the rectangle, the cylinder, and the half cylinder, the arch, so I'm just left with this first triangle of that was my base view, and that happened automatically when I created the drawing. Now that I have my base view, what I can do is create a projected view, which is the second command over here on the left-hand side under Create. I'm going to select Projected View. I'm going to left click on my base view, which is now just the triangle because everything else is turned off. And then I'm going to move my cursor to up and to the right. You'll notice I can project a right view, a top view, a left view. I can do a lot of things, but I want the isometric, which is we're going to go diagonal up to the right, and I'm going to left click to place that isometric view, and that's all I need. I'm going to go ahead and check the OK. And now I have a base and a projected view. And I don't want my base. In this particular case, I just want my isometrics. The next video is going to be showing you how to create a multi-view drawing, and that's a different story. But for this drawing, we can go ahead and hit delete there on our base view. I just selected that item. Let me go back and do that again. Hit the undo button there. I'm going to go ahead and select my base view by left-clicking on it and then hitting delete. That leaves me with an isometric, and I can drag this around. I'm going to locate this somewhere in the top left, because I'm going to have, you can imagine, we're going to have 6 individual components here. This first one's going to be in the top left. 3 in the top, 3 in the bottom. The only thing that I still need to do to manipulate this is in isometric, it looks a lot better if we add some shading to it. And we can do that by pulling in the color that we previously had. Now what you're going to want to do, I've already done it once. I'm going to hit close and do that again. I'm going to double click on that view that I want to manipulate. I'm going to double click on this isometric, and I'm going to move over here. You can see our scale was still 1:1, which is great. I'm going to go ahead and move this to shaded. And it is going to bring in the color properties that we inserted in the appearance back on our model. It's going to bring that through here. Mine was yellow because that's how I made my model. Yours may be a different color. If you chose a different color, that's okay. When we've changed that property and our scale is 1:1, we can hit close. And we are done with that first image. Now the goal is to get 6 of them. So I'm going to do just one more to show you how to work through. You can see here I've got this this base view that I've inserted where I'm only showing the triangle. I'm going to go ahead and collapse this list by hitting that arrow. And now I'm going to place another base view. So I'm going to go up here, left click to where I'm placing a base view. And I'm going to repeat the process 6 times over. So this is going to be, I'm going to place it. I'm going to go to my dialog box for my base view. I'm going to change my scale to 1:1. I'm going to go ahead and hit OK. I'm then going to use my set. So see, I've got the first one here. I've minimized that. Now I've got another one, set 2. And I'm going to turn off triangle 1. I'm going to leave triangle 2 visible because I don't have that one yet. I'm going to turn off all the others to where I'm just left with now my second triangle. Now I can project it. By going up to project view, left click there in that command. I'll left click on that view, pull it diagonally up to the right, left click to place that view, hit the check mark to be OK. I'm going to delete my base view. I'm going to double click on my projected view to make some changes. I'm going to shade it. I'm going to make sure my scale is still 1:1, and I'm going to hit close. I'm going to drag this over to locate it, and we are done with 2 objects now. I do have this random line up here. This is a graphical glitch. I apologize about that. It's just something that happens in Fusion from time to time. It is not part of our actual component. It's just a visual distraction, frankly. But it is you're good to go if you have that. Don't stress out about that. I've got 2 of these objects, and I'll repeat this process 4 more times to make 6 objects total. So I'll be minimizing this, inserting a new base view, changing the scale, making a projection or a projected view, which is an isometric, adding shading to that, and you'll be good to go. Kind of proceed back forward. Eventually, when you get done, it will look like this, where you've got all 6 objects placed there. You have them shaded. Notice that your title block that you brought in automatically changes some values to, which is great. It automatically brings in the date for the day, your name. It's got the Zionsville logo over here, our school information, as well as the file name that we gave this. Now keep in mind, when I'm going back to the project we're just working on, this is still not saved yet. It still says untitled here, unsaved up here. So we're going to want to make sure to save our drawing in addition to the model that we had working on that we referenced. When we hit create drawing, this opens up this new file that I just left clicked on, and we got to save that. So we'll want to make sure we save that early and often, and I would call this, instead of models, construction block models, I would go ahead and call this construction block drawing packet. That would be a good name to save this drawing. Now this is in my parent, my project, IED 2024. Yours will probably have your name in it. So we want to make sure we actually put that in the folder that makes sense. So 1.2.3 construction block drawings. I'm going to make sure that this drawing gets saved there. I'll go ahead and click save. And that is how you create what's going to be our title page for the PDF submission of our construction block isometrics and multi-view drawings. The next video, will be how to set up a multi-view drawing and add multiple sheets to the project we're working on. Have a great day.